Alright, YouTube, so the video down below is from CNN, and I'll go ahead and address that later on in this video. Let's go ahead and get to the main story, however. The United States Supreme Court has ruled in favor of a revised ban on transgendered individuals from serving in our armed forces. This basically isn't going the full 100 yards in terms of a complete ban, but they are implementing a bunch of restrictions, and basically one of the things that I saw was that they will no longer provide medical treatment for those who are undergoing gender transition. So it's a good step in the right direction, and let's go ahead and address the video down below, though. This is from CNN, and a couple things here. I mentioned before that, or rather, I put a hashtag in my one of the titles of my videos that said boycott CNN. The thing is that we don't necessarily buy anything from CNN, both figuratively and literally. I don't think anybody in my audience is buying any CNN mugs or T-shirts or anything like that. Nor are we buying their bullshit. A lot of the times, we just see the most ridiculous stories come from them. Not even the most ridiculous stories in this case. Look at the video down below. This is Poppy Harlow and Jim Sciutto with a stone-cold serious look in their face. Like, this is very bad, folks. Like, there's no more transgendered individuals that are going to be allowed to serve in the military. So even they're kind of overblowing it. That's not what it says here. However, that is where we want to get, and I think that's kind of what they're afraid of. I think they know that eventually, if it's not Trump, but things are going to get straightened out within the military. We're going to get Don't Ask, Don't Tell reinstated, and just have a complete ban of transgendered individuals, as they are mentally ill individuals. And there is plenty of scientific evidence for this. These people that are undergoing transition have what they call body dysphoria or gender dysphoria. Did I have that right? It's something that Jean-François Garaipi was actually covering on his channel yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch the full stream because I had to work, but he was talking to somebody on the phone that actually was experiencing it, and felt like I guess extreme regret that she transitioned. So it also would ban under certain circumstances transgender people who experience gender dysphoria. So in my opinion, all the transgender people are experience gender dysphoria. You're either born a man or a woman, and you either have feminine or masculine qualities. I think there's even a lot of people out there, a lot of transgenders that might not agree with me in saying that they're all mentally ill, but might say that, yes, biologically speaking, I was born a male, or I was born a female, and that's what I am, and I just, I choose to go by a different gender. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous that we're continuing to bend over backwards for minorities, and a very, very, very small percentage of people within the world, the transgender community, even to the confines within our own country, still a minority. There's probably more transgender here per capita, I would guess, because this is the United States, where it's a liberal hellhole. So just something to think about, I guess. Let's go ahead and read down here. The liberal justices Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Stephen Breyer, Elena Kagan, and Sonia Sotomayor said that they would have kept the injunctions in place blocking the policy. So this is a victory, and in closing, I'll just say that I think that when Obama decided to get rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, as well as allow transgenders to serve in the military, this was one step in basically undermining Western culture, and a part of upholding our culture and our heritage here in the United States is having a strong military. Absolutely. This is what the Revolutionary War was fought over. We needed to have a strong militia so we could have our own country, have our own sovereignty. And as you can see, there's been a lot of communists that have said, well, we don't really think that's a very tolerant lifestyle or a very tolerant philosophy. It's actually very discriminatory. The Red Elephant's Vincent James made a really good point this morning when he was criticizing JFK, and I can't wait to get into that video. That is some mind-blowing stuff right there. But he was basically saying that people call us discriminatory for not wanting to let certain immigrants in from certain countries because of IQ, because of culture, because of race. I mean, there's just so many different factors, and he basically countered by saying, look, all or most countries or it's getting smaller and smaller, but some countries around the world practice very strict immigration, and they have very high-functioning societies. So it's actually more of a pragmatic approach. It's not so much discriminatory. I mean, I guess technically, yes, it is discriminatory, but if you're to associate discrimination with being morally corrupt, well, the people on the left discriminate all the time. They discriminate against white people. They discriminate against Christians. They discriminate against white Christians, basically, and men too. White Christian males. That seems to be the pinnacle of their hatred. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. God bless.